Hey everyone, it's Gina and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be comparing upside down styling versus upright styling. I've been doing these A/B test type of experiments where I'm changing up just one thing in my styling routine, but keeping everything else the same so we can truly see how these different styling techniques really make a difference in our routine and if they even make a difference. So I will be reviewing the pros and cons of both methods. So let's go ahead and get started. First, starting off with the upright styling routine, I'm taking my hair down out of my hair repair towel and I'm going to be doing damp styling, which is where you apply your products to your hair when it's just damp. I am applying a little bit of water just to any areas that have started to dry so it is evenly damp. Then for my leave-in, I'm using the Inner Scent Sweet Spirit leave-in conditioner and I'm just spritzing this all over my hair to give myself some moisture. Then I'm just using my Denman 5-row brush to comb that product through. This is just to help evenly distribute everything. It's important though to be very gentle when you're combing your hair when it's wet. My hair is already detangled from my fingers and from the leave-in. I'm just brushing through to distribute everything. Then I just take my fingers and run through everything to help separate all of those curl clumps and just help the curls start to form. Then I'm using the Inner Sense I Create Lift Volumizing Foam. This is a foam product, so it's sort of like a mousse, but it has some more water in it, so it's more moisturizing. This is great if you have fine curly hair or low density hair because it gives you lots of volume and thickness to your hair without weighing your hair down. I would call this probably a light to medium hold. You can layer it up for more holds, but it is a lighter product. One of the things I like to do when I'm upright styling to get more volume and definition is take my Denman brush and just go around some of the pieces on the top layer. I always curl these away from my face so they don't fall into my face, and I do separate the curl clumps just so I still get good volume. Sometimes I do comb through some of them with my fingers, but once I scrunch them, they usually bounce right back up. And so I'm just doing some of those face framing pieces and then the top layer. This is just a quick way to get some ringlets around the top and to get some root lift. I always do the crown section too to help cover my scalp where it tends to show in the back just since I have low density hair and I get really good volume when I do this. So I place the Denman brush right at my root and then lift straight up. So then I'm going to be using some more mousse to go around and scrunch my hair all over. That's going to help with curl definition and just help everything shrink up. So one thing I love about upright styling is I can see how my hair is going to actually look when it dries, and if you have fine hair or low density hair like me, then you might worry about your scalp showing sometimes in the back, or you want to make sure you have good curl definition in the back. So when you work on placing your curls, you can actually see where they're going to fall, and you can work on getting good root lift and stuff with the Denman brush or by scrunching the roots more. But I always check the back of my head and just make sure everything is placed in the right way. Whereas when you're styling upside down, the top layer is sometimes neglected. Then to add some more hold, I'm using the Inner Sense I Create Finish, which is a water-based hairspray, and I'm just spritzing this all over the top layer. That's going to help give me more hold when I go in and diffuse. Then I'm using my hair repair towel to plait my hair. I'm going to let this sit while I go and do my makeup, probably about 20 minutes or so. That's going to help absorb any excess water, also help with curl definition, and just cut down on the drying time. So after about 20 minutes, I'm going to take it down out of the hair repair towel and apply another layer of the foam just to my ends. Sometimes my ends tend to get frizzy after plopping, just after they start to dry, so adding that second layer really helps to give me some more hold on that area. This is especially great if you have high porosity hair that tends to get frizzy. It's just going with another layer when your hair is starting to dry, and then you won't get as much frizz once you're diffusing. Then I'm going to go diffuse my hair using the Conair Infinity Pro hair dryer with the diffuser attachment. And once my hair is completely dry, I'm using dry hands to shake out my roots and give me some more volume. I also scrunch out some of the crunch. So these are my final results. I have pretty good hold actually, even with using the foam since I added the hairspray. I feel like I still have really good volume too because that foam gives great volume, and I still have good definition with the techniques that I showed. You can go in and scrunch out more of the crunch too if you like a softer look, but it's pretty humid here, so I'm going to leave some of it in so my hair lasts longer. So now that you've seen the upright styling routine that I typically do, now let's get into the upside down styling routine. So this is a completely different wash day, but I'm going to be doing the same exact routine, just upside down. So I'm first starting off with damp hair like we did in the last routine. I'm just spritzing down some of the areas that tend to dry pretty quick. Then I'm spraying some of the Sweet Spirit leave-in conditioner, and I flip my head upside down first to apply it because this is going to help me detangle. Whenever I'm flipping my head upside down, it tends to get tangled up so easily because I'm pulling everything in a different direction. So unless if you washed your hair upside down, then it's already in this position, but I washed upright, so I had to try and get everything forward. Since my hair is high porosity too, it tends to tangle up really easily once I flip upside down, so I have to kind of work gradually to detangle it and pull it all forward. So you probably can't see on camera, but I was just showing how I end up with a lot of shedding when I do this because I'm just combing through my hair and pulling it all in a different direction. Now I'm using the Denman brush to smooth everything down, and this is going to help distribute the product and also help form curl clumps. And this is the reason a lot of people like doing this upside down routine where you brush everything forward, because you can kind of see the hair in front of you and make sure it clumps up good. And if your hair is pretty wet, then you can get good clumps when you're brushing it all forward. So now I'm going in with the iCreate Lift Volumizing Foam, and I'm going to first rake it all through with my palms. Try to focus on pulling my hair away from my scalp because when I comb it forward like this, it sticks to my scalp so bad, so it definitely straightens out my roots more. And once again, I was losing so much more hair in my palms when I was styling this way. So now I'm going to brush through everything to help distribute that foam that we applied. I have to be very gentle when I'm combing my hair because I tend to get breakage very easily. So you have to be careful when you're brushing your hair when it's wet and make sure everything is fully detangled when you were trying to get those curl clumps. I'm also kind of smoothing over the hair. This really does help to smooth down frizz and helps clump everything together. Just be gentle when you're doing it. So now I'm going in and scrunching my hair with more foam in my hands to encourage those ringlets and curl clumps. I'm flipping my head back over and you can see it looks so weird in the back where everything was pulled forward. I feel like if you have thin hair, this is just not ideal with styling upside down because everything just gets stuck to your head. So I am going to try and fix it by kind of pulling my hair all over to the side and trying to fix the back of the roots and scrunching some side to side. That way everything is just not pulled down and straightened out at the back of my head. So another main difference I noticed about upside down styling is that top layer really gets neglected because it's kind of underneath everything when you're styling your hair forward. And I feel like that top layer is pulled forward and I just have a very messy part that seems very tangled and it's really stuck to my scalp. So I'm trying to lean my head over some so I can scrunch it away from my scalp. So that way my roots are not going to look weird and my part's not going to be just all tangled up. So I did take my Denman brush and try and fix the part a little bit just so it's not too tangled because I know it's going to end up frizzy right there if I don't try and comb some of it down. So then I'm flipping my head back upside down and I'm going to gently press up using my hair repair towel. This is going to help remove some excess water to cut down on my drying time. And by just gently pressing up, I'm not going to be creating as much frizz because I'm not scrunching and squeezing my fingers too hard. So just like the last routine, I'm adding some of the iCreate Finish hairspray for some hold, mainly just to the top section. So just like last time, I'm going to plait my hair for about 20 minutes while I go and do my makeup. One other thing I wanted to call out is this is how much hair that I shed just by styling my hair. So I feel like upside down styling definitely causes more shedding for me personally. I already fully detangled my hair in the shower, so this is not shedding from wash day, this is shedding from just my styling process. So after I'm finished popping my hair for about 20 minutes, I'm going to take it down and we're going to be ready to diffuse. But first, I noticed I need a little bit more hold on my ends like normal. So I'm just adding another layer of that foam to make sure my ends don't get frizzy right through here. So here are my final results after diffusing my hair. I'm also going to fluff out my roots just like last time and scrunch out a little bit of the crunch. So here are my final results. I definitely have a lot more volume with upside down styling, but there's this weird separation happening in the back of my head. I feel like it doesn't look the best in the back. There's just a weird gap right there, and I have a ton of frizz on top. It's really hard to see frizz on camera, so I was trying to show you guys up close, but it's just wanting to fall in my face constantly from the way that I pulled it forward, and it's just really frizzy. I feel like it kind of looks stringy too compared to last time. And the back is really what bothered me the most. So my roots were very stretched out at the back and I feel like it didn't cover my scalp very good. It just made my hair look thinner in the back. So I was trying to kind of fluff it to cover that up, but I know I would probably be fighting that all day to keep it positioned right. But I definitely have really great volume thanks to that foam. It definitely gives my hair a lot of fullness. It's just this separation that I have in the back that's definitely bothering me. So I did try and scrunch out more of the crunch, but again, it just seemed very stringy. I'm not sure how that happened because I felt like I was getting good curl clumps from upside down styling. So I'm trying to give a better close up here so you can see the amount of frizz that I have here. So I don't know how that happened. I think just because the top layer is just not getting as much love and as much product, because if you're styling upside down, then the underside layer is what's going to look great, but the top layer might not come out so great because it's not getting enough product and the frizz is not getting smoothed on the top layer. So now let's compare them side by side. So I have the upright styling on the left and the upside down styling on the right. You can definitely see the difference in the amount of frizz and definition. I actually had more definition from the upright styling, and overall just feel like my hair looks a lot better with the upright styling, and it definitely looks fuller because I can really work on that curl placement when I'm doing the upright styling. You can definitely tell a difference in the curl placement and fullness at the ends with the two differences here. So with the upside down styling, that back section at the bottom is just really separating and it doesn't look as full on the ends, whereas the upright styling, everything just looks more even and nice on that bottom layer. I feel like upside down styling can give you more volume, but I have found other ways to get good volume and definition with my upright styling routine. Hey guys, so it's the next day and I wanted to come on here kind of real time to explain you some of my thoughts that I've noticed on next day hair. You can see I still have a lot of volume, but I'm not loving the way that it looks, and it's really hard to pick up on camera, but it is really frizzy for next day hair and it's really just stretched out, especially on this side. I don't have as good curl definition, and I noticed it really looks the best underneath because I was styling upside down, so I was really kind of perfecting the underside layer. But the top layer is where I really struggled. So I had to add a bunch of extra hairspray up to this area yesterday to tame the frizz because I had a ton of frizz going on right here after everything kind of dried. Not loving the way my next day hair looks. It's not really picking up on camera, the frizz. That's one of the biggest things I noticed, is it's just like really stretched out here at the root. I just think overall that upright styling tends to work better for my hair and the density that it is, because I can make sure the curls are like properly placed in the right spot. So this is not necessarily horrible next day hair. I've definitely had worse before, but when I compare it to the upright styling routine on next day, it looks so much different. So I didn't record a video clip on next day hair after the upright routine, but I'm pretty sure I did some Instagram stories. If so, I will insert them here so you can see the difference. So that was my hair after doing the upright styling routine. I didn't have to do any refreshing. I think I actually skipped refreshing on day 2, and then day 3 I did a very easy refresh. So these products definitely hold up well on my hair, and I usually get great next day results, but only when I do the upright styling routine. So that's it for today's video. If you guys want to see more of these testing videos, definitely let me know in the comments down below which technique or which product should I put to the test next to see if it really makes a difference in our hair routine. And as always, I will put the link for the blog post in the description box below the video. That blog post will have a summary of everything we talked about today, sort of as a cheat sheet and a guide that you can refer back to. And I also list out all the products that I used on my hair today on that post. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the rest of the Curly Hair Care for Beginners playlist, and I hope you subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you next week. Bye everyone.